hopefully we are back. Please let me know if we are.
We seem to be. Apologies, folks. Should be back to normal now. The big news that I noticed whilst we were trying to find Ollie, who went AWOL, Blitz going out without setting a time, so he must have had a slight coming together with a wall somewhere. In the meantime, we have Dreams and P1.
Dreams.
Yep. Who is retired. Kenyon, Mikey, Night Owl now who's retired from P4, Razza Gamer, Midfield Maestro, and on we go. So the only ones in danger really now are Hound and Doros, but Doros is on a lap now, and I can't imagine he's going to stay in the danger zone very long.
Odin does improve, goes up to P6 to join his AlphaTauri teammate. Hayes is switching off. 5 minutes remaining, time to get in and get out. And that is Jono coming round the hairpin.
Dodos just goes to cross the line. Oh no, he doesn't. I beg your pardon. I'm a bit ahead of myself. Now he goes to cross the line.
Side. Mad skill issues. Was it an argument with the wall, which you obviously didn't win? As Jono comes around the final couple of corners, should be flat out. It is, and across the line, is he going to improve? Does improve. He goes P15. It's right on the edge, but he's running out of time now. Get in or out. Hound is actually yet to set a time. This is probably going to be his one and only attempt.
Well, sadly, we didn't see what happened with Dodos, but I'm assuming he must have backed out of his previous one. Because he only set a 138.
Oh no, who's that in the wall? Was that... who's the AlphaTauri?
Rue Master, is it? Or...
Oh, it must have been Rue. Yeah, it must have been Rue. Looked like an AlphaTauri from the front, but no, it looks like Rue Master's crashed. He's crashed, and he is out as it stands. He's P10, well, he's currently in, sorry, but he's out of this session. He will be out quali altogether. Hound fighting that Ferrari.
Dodos is recharging again, so not quite sure what's happening with El Dodos. Oh, he's bailing out and coming into the pits, is he?
Oh, it was Odin. That's what threw me. So, okay, that's what I thought it was an AlphaTauri. So he didn't actually die. He was just ghosted because of his facing the wrong way. I thought it was a timely trigger with Rue going out. So Odin up in P7 spun, but didn't die. He's into the pits.
Right. So nobody DNF'd it.
So I don't think no one done DNF. No, it's just
no one done DNF then.
No one done did DNF and no one done did crash it.
So Douglas is always just put himself under pressure. He's just been wheeled into the pits to get a set of tyres on and get flying under an out lap, and then one chance to put in a time.
Tight for Dodos. Hound into the final couple of corners, looking for a time to get him out of Q1 and into Q2. Should be judged by the time on the clock at the moment as he crosses the line and goes P5.
Yep. Decent time.
And then it is PRL Matt. He is the furthest around. He is only on an outlap at the moment. He needs a lap to... Well, indeed, needs definitely improvement to make sure he's safe.
So far, Dreams is the only person getting the 128s.
That's a good lap by Dreams. I'm sure he'll be joined by probably at least 2 or 3 underneath.
And those in the 29s, I mean, from Kenyon in P2, Hound in P5, there's only 2 tenths between them.
Is fighting that Ferrari coming out of turn 3. Mercedes moves over.
Well, at the moment, Jono is the one in the drop zone. As will Matt be, unless Matt can improve. Jono, is that him just?
If he's just leaving the pits, that's not enough time.
Yeah, he's not going to make that.
Yeah,
so I was trying to work out.
Time. I mean, you're looking at a 1:28 fastest lap, and your exit from the pits is slower. And you mentioned that at 1:05?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a chance. So Matt is coming down the final DRS assisted sector into the start of sector 3. Oh, he's pulled out.
Yeah, he was up by 2.7 seconds.
Okay, so he's pulled out. Probably, rightly so. He's got 15 seconds to get across the line. He needs to go now.
He's made that. Is Dodo's going to make it? Yep, he is.
Dodo has made it. Jono's definitely out. Actually, who is that? Is that Syrah? It is Syrah, but I think he's actually turned off.
Yeah, he should be safe. In fact, he is safe.
Matt is 1.5 tenths up at the end of sector 1.
Yeah, he's going to need half a second overall.
So far, the guaranteed losses are Blitz and Johnny. Is Matt going to do a good enough? Now, he needs nearly half a second to dislodge Shotgun Kisses. We'll see as he comes across the end of sector 2 now, and what his time is going to be.
Oh, he's up by 7
tenths nearly. That's not bad so far. Dodo's is out. Dodo's is out. He's invalidated.
I just went down on him. I thought, no.
Dodo's, our Saturday man, our guaranteed man that comes out last of the pits, sets in a blistering lap. Singapore is your nemesis. Matt comes across the line. P12. So we lose Blitz, Dodo's, Johnny, and Shotgun Kisses. 2 Mercedes out in Q1, and the big news, one of them is Dodo's. Join us in a minute, we'll be back. We're singing in the rain.
I mean, Matt never told us about this, did he? I mean, it's like having
showers.
Yeah, during the race. I mean, it's having Michael. It's like having Michael Fish in the flipping commentary, not in the commentary box, in the pit lane. Also, all you kids will be too young to know who Michael Fish is. But yeah.
To be fair, looking at it, everyone is coming out very, very quick on soft tyres. So
yeah, it's probably dry enough now to get a quick lap in, and then it's going to get wet, I would imagine.
It's going to be a busy old fucking... Sorry, language. Busy Q2. I got too excited then.
Everybody's getting out.
to be fair, looking at the track as well, it's still, look, you're starting to see the ripples already. I
Yeah,
think
if you go
it's too
on
quick.
board
Too
with
wet.
if you go on board with somebody, you can see it like splashing off the.
You know, when it's coming, we're going to start seeing spray from a couple of these cars. You can see very, very faint spray coming from the AlphaTauri ahead. That's wet. That's too wet. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if we'll see anybody DNF out. Mikey and Hayes have decided not to gamble. In fact, they've both. Well, Mikey's put the inters on.
Kenyon
is the only one to go out on the inters. Yeah, he's gone out on the inters.
Ah, look at it.
On the pit lane.
They must have been absolutely everything crossed in the pits that they could get around before this track got wet. And realistically, by the time they had exited the pit lane, it was wet.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the cockpit with Dreams, and it's just there's no grip, and it's getting heavier and heavier.
This is going to be dangerous now for these guys. It wouldn't even be worth it if it's me now on this. I'll just go, no, you're right. Straight in. Yeah, Odin's doing it. Raz is going to stay. Raza is going to stay out and have an attempt. We still do have DRS.
Dreams is staying out as well, I think. Yep,
DRS has just been disabled, so Raza got the one little bit of DRS.
There's a few of them that are staying out. Oh, Dreams is drifting it round turn 2. Oh, the back end of his car is all over the place.
Oh, that was a Ferrari behind that definitely hit the wall. I think that was Hound. It looked like no damage, but... Oops. This is a sector that's going to make or break some of these drivers here. Heavy braking. Is the car going to stop? Good evening, Sarah. Hope you are well.
To be fair, nobody that's out is actually invalidated, and I would have thought it would have been very easy to do under these conditions. Yeah, I was on with Kenyon, and his teammate Hayes is behind him. And even Hayes on the inters was sliding out of corners, and that's on the inters.
Yeah. Well, these guys are going to stay out as we do see those laps going on, but that is a lot slower. What's that, 13 seconds?
Yeah,
14 seconds slower than the fastest that we've had before, so that is the difference in a tyre compound already. Let's skip back down to Kenyon, who's just set a purple sector 2. A lot more grip coming out of these exits is what you want. It's more of the traction that you can get out of these corners, which is going to make the huge difference here. As Kenyon comes round, he's already 5 seconds better off as it stands as he crosses the line. It is 140.895. What was interesting was Mikey was a latecomer out, but he's on the inters, but my game says Odin's crashed. Odin's has crashed.
Yep.
There you go. Sorry. It said he was on the softs, Mikey still, but he's on the inters.
Yeah, Mikey's just passed over and he's backwards into the wall.
So Mikey looking to pressurise Kenyon at the top of the table. Might be able to do it as the track's getting a little bit more moist and damp, where these intermediates will start to come into their own. Kenyon went a little bit when it was maybe a slightly on the drier side. Has it stopped raining? Nope. Yes, there is.
No.
I had a blitz second where it stopped raining.
Mikey 4/10 behind Kenyon.
To be fair, I bet Kenya's done some practice in the wet round here. I would not bet against it.
Sizzle.
Would not bet against it. He knows what Singapore is like. I mean, it's the right thing to do, but not many people do it. We know Singapore has the potential to rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done races. Well, the last one I took part in Singapore, I think it rained for all the quali and absolutely hammered it down in the whole race.
Yep. Here comes Hayes approaching the last corner.
Three. Who have we got? Trying to work out who is closest or furthest around now.
There's a wheel still sitting in the track from Odin's car.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt's got a tax. Oh, how did he save that? Oh no, sorry, that was Rue-Master, I beg your pardon. I thought it was Matt there, but I'd flicked down by mistake. But yeah, Rue-Master came out of one of the corners and the back end just went.
Oh, is that it again? It's fighting the car and it's like the front end just dipped itself into the wall. Across the line is 1:43.569. It would have hurt him. As it is Sirat now crossing the line. It's going to set a 1:43.836. Goes P4. And then it is down to Matt, who's starting sector 3. Matt, our new world famous #1 reporting weatherman. Just as good as the one we've got in the Met Office. Versus the line is 1:43.642 P6. We're down to Shotgun Kisses coming under the bridge into that tight hairpin. Which will be very, very hard to judge. Your braking point will change as well with these intermediates.
Everybody above Odin is out on an outlet. So nobody feeling particularly safe at this point. Shotgun goes P3. Ollie, have you disappeared again?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, this is like that night when Sid kept disappearing. Like every time you go quiet for longer than a few seconds, I'm like, uh-oh.
No, I'm still here. You know if I'm not here because it will just say I've left the pie. And probably the game.
Be like that.
So who we
just
we got
trying to see.
So it's fail. I don't want my best. I just want the tyre condition. Everyone on intermediates now. Who is furthest around? We got Dreams coming down sector 1, followed by midfield Maestro and JXC. Reza is slightly ahead.
I think he was slower though through sector 1. I think it's getting wetter. For me, the rain looks heavier. And if that is the case, in fact, my God, I'm actually on board with Raza and it's going sideways.
Yeah, I love the rain on this game sometimes.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's getting wetter and nobody's therefore going to improve much. Are we going to see another Q3 for Matt? That is the question. Now that I've said that, he's on another lap. He's going to bin it, isn't he? He's going to plough it into a wall.
There's a very high chance of that. Yeah, Rue does improve. He goes P5. try and capture who we've got next. It is Raza, but he's going into the pits.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then it
he was
will
not having a good lap.
be-
Is it JXC?
It's Dreams midfield, then JXC. Dreams goes
Very close
P4.
here.
Midfield goes P3, and then JXC. If I can get down in time, I couldn't. P4. He's pushing down Matt to P10.
Oh, Matt's P11. Oh well. I had hoped for him.
He isn't going now. I'm not sure if he's improving or not.
No, I didn't get on with him in time either to find out what he was through sector
Nightowl
2.
P7. Nope, he's coming
Oh, Matt's-
in. He is coming in.
Yes.
Hound goes round now. He's going to be P3. I think most of these will come in and just call it a day now for Q2. I don't think they're going to get much improvement out of these. Matt, Sarah, and Raza will definitely be going again. Rue is just starting sector 3 now. He's got 3 minutes left. And Hayes are probably going to go again. The others, depending on when they get in and get out again, potential time. As the rain is viciously sideways this game, it's Singapore, the weird phenomenon.
I think Rue must be trying to build up his ERS because he's been. I don't think he's got time to come in and go back out.
I mean, it's possible around here. You can.
He's no, he's stayed out, but he's only got 46% ERS.
See if he's got the
But
fuel.
then,
If it was me, he needs to maybe have another
Yeah.
rebuild lap. This one, he's invalidated already.
In a lot of these corners, I think on this wet track, you might be better with your ERS off.
Yeah, there's
Use it
always
for
that theory,
straights.
isn't there?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, definitely when I've raced wet races and you've got ERS and they say, oh, you're better without it, that just it's there so I can't help but turn it on. So we're going to focus on some of these guys that are on potential drop zone. There's three out of the 4 are on the outlaps. Remaster is going, but he invalidated early on, so he has no choice but to keep going round.
Dodos is not filling me full of confidence for tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's
I hope it doesn't
wet
rain
shaming the
tomorrow.
Williams.
Yeah, the Williams is awful in the way. Keep me in trouble. In our new team chat, I signed Rusted Bolt for calling it a boat. He said, how dare you call it a boat? So I'm, well, you know, as team boss, I'm well aware of what you guys are being asked to do.
J7 retired in the pits, same as Hound. Happy. So most of these guys are going to be fairly comfortable with their times. Kenyon is out again. He's having another attempt even though he's in P1. That says to me that it's going to rain, or he's got a little bit more rain forecast for Q3 at least. So they're getting a little bit more a lap time in.
Brewmaster is giving it up. He's into the pits. He's just decided he does not have it.
Unfortunately, that means the end of qualification around Singapore for Rue. Sitting in P11.
Hayes is 4/10 down to sector 1.
Stone aboard with OTC Dream. Sitting in P9. An improvement will help cement the Q3 position for the Alpine driver. Round the final corner. Definitely goes up to P2. That is done and dusted. Let's see if we can go on board. Was it? It was Hayes, he said, wasn't it?
Yes, he was slower through sector 1. That's slightly quicker, but not enough at
Yeah,
this
no,
point to
he's
save him.
looks like he's backed out. And also looks like Syrah has backed out as well. He has. There's a bit of a queue at the start of sector 3 where these drivers have all backed out. Not sure if there was moments and they weren't making their times, or there was a little bit too much traffic.
Matt's in a dreadful sector 2. He's 1/10 down, and he was almost a tenth up through sector 1, so he's lost 2/10 through sector 2.
Yes. Oh, Razza goes P9. Matt, all or nothing in sector 3. He's got to improve. He's got to improve by a good chunk as well. He doesn't. He does improve by over a tenth and a half, but he stays P14. And these guys will start to come in. JXC was coming in now. And then that will also be followed by the Williams of midfield Maestro. While we wait for these guys to come in, we will take a couple of minutes break while we just go into Q3 after losing Odin, Matt, Syrah, Ruse, and unfortunately Hayes.
It
We'll
was
be back
Odin,
into-
Shizu.
It is dry. We are back to dry conditions. Most of the guys will resume their qualification on the soft compound. Mikey, oh, there's a little flash of an intermediates there. And again. So there's a 20% chance of rain on our forecast. The weather symbol is actually showing cloudy with a couple of drops of rain as well on the app, so
Oh, 3
there
minutes
may be
with a
some
chance of
coming.
meatballs.
Good film, that one. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Then that film's more accurate than Matt's weather report.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have a couple. Let's go on board that little hound. Around that tight hairpin. This lap's going to feel very, very quick to these drivers now, going from the intermediates onto the softs. Always feels really quick on a street circuit. Those walls
Yeah.
appearing very, very fast. And your braking point changes. The speed gets cleared around here in about 13, 14 seconds quicker than intermediates.
I just hope that Matt is using its 10 minutes usefully and is practicing golf.
So there we go. Hound is starting our first lap of Q3.
I feel that this was a target attack at me that Maestro was driving a Williams again. Good times, memories.
Cut steep.
Just a bit.
Sound in the middle, coming towards the middle of sector 2, opens the car right up the road. Down this small little straight, but if you compromise the exit to begin with, you're slow coming out. And then just touching the curb as you come around this twisty and turny end of sector 2 into that sharp hairpin where you have to get your braking point right. All the way down with DRS assist wide open. Heavy braking, watching the invalidation on the left hand side. Easy to do it across this white line here. Then round the new sector of Singapore, flat out, all the way down. As you cut out the middle part of where you used to go under the bridge. A little bit of a dodgy sector 3 compromise. You have to readjust his turn in as he comes around the flying left-hander for a 132.409.
Maestro comes round the corner. He was struggling with the front end during that lap.
JXC, final corner as well. Just clipping the left-hand side of the curb as he crosses the line for 134. I expected to see a lot more lower 30s to start with. These may be scrubbed.
Here's Dreams. Well, Dreams is invalidated.
They are scrubbed. Maybe Hounds were so fresh. Some of these are scrubbed. J7 BP. Definitely capable of the pace that he's got. Oh, he hit the wall on the right hand side. It's only minimal.
I thought that. I wasn't 100% sure.
Definitely hit it. He does put the fastest lap in the session so far, but hitting that wall has definitely slowed him down. There was a kick up of dust. Just stand board with Mikey as Dreams has invalidated later on. He's running very low ERS. Again, he comes towards that end part of sector 2, which is twisty and turny. You want to avoid that curb because it will throw you into the left and compromise any sort of rhythm that you've got. Opening the car right up. DRS is wide open. And then you need to get this braking point right so you don't overrun that car into the runoff. Keeping it in between those lines.
Dreams is staying out to put in his time anyway. Goes P1 with literally no ERS by nearly 2 seconds.
Not a bad attempt at all. Mikey is using all of that track as the wall just divots in and you just have to ride it with it. And Mikey for 129.603. Back down as we join Kenyon. He's down with DRS to start sector 3. It is the quickest sector 2 so far. Picking his braking point right as he comes round this fairly fast sector 3. Again, using all that track, following that wall on the inside, clipping that inside curb, riding it beautifully and across the line for 128.7.
Well, that's a statement.
That is an absolute statement. What's that? Just
Intense.
under, yeah, at just under a second of absolute blistering pace around here. Like you said, a big statement of intent. And anyone on this track, get close. Shotgun Kisses is the furthest one that's going to be putting in the times on an outlap at the moment. Raz is still in the pits without setting a time. We've got 4.5 minutes left. All of these drivers lining themselves up to have one more attempt. As this quali comes to an end, the real quali does start. There will be no spoilers here. There will be no spoilers from me. Unless you piss me off. Then I might share everything.
Well, I'm going to be on my best behaviour for once.
Shotgun Kisses is just started his last hot lap now with just over 3 minutes remaining. It's got to be good, this one. Got to be.
His Q2 time wasn't shabby. Wet.
No, on his day, he is a very quick driver. Had many battles myself with him.
The can't be that quick then.
Alright, you
Sorry, I
said you're going to
forgot.
behave
No, I've
yourself.
got to be nice. I've got to be nice.
It lasted less than a minute.
Exactly. Sorry, I thought I was talking a map for a minute there. I don't know what happened there. I must have had a hot flash or something. It's my age.
Shotgun Kisses, it's not the fastest Sector 2 as yet. It's not a bad one, but it's definitely not the fastest. It comes round, start of Sector 3. Done well to get the Aston Martin into Q3 as it is as a reserve this week. Crosses the line, cuts that really sheer, like a really weird line to take across there.
Strange line to take, yeah.
It's a good time, 1:30.005. That will now be Jack C. 1.5 up at the end of Sector 1. Was a 1:34 over the last, his previous best in this Q3. It's his first week racing with us. I hope he has a good race as well. So far, it looked like a good quali for him.
Yeah.
As he's got some traffic coming up, the Alpine has absolutely got in the way of the Haas driver there. Not sure who that was. Was it OTC?
It must have been Dreams.
It was Dreams. That's unfortunate. He has turned off as well. Not sure who's ahead now though. They're all outlaps. Think is that Mikey? It is Mikey in Sector 2, looking to improve and apply the pressure to our P1, or the provisional P1 driver in Kenyan.
Yeah, it will be J7, I think, after Mikey.
A lovely camera angle of the side of the wing. He is nearly half a second up, 4.5 temps. Still not going to be enough to dislodge Kenyan, but it's definitely going to be a good improvement on his time anyway, and it's going to cement a little bit of, well, cement the provisional P2.
G7 is up by 2.8 seconds, which will put him on a 1 there.
Mikey, 129 dead. Not enough, but it was a great
GX7 BP
improvement.
coming into the last corner now. Oh, he's
B,
back.
128.4. Is that Hound? No, Hound is coming in, so it's Razza. It's quick enough as well. Oh, P4. Let's go back down to JXC now. Unfortunately, he had a bit of hindrance on his previous lap. He's running less fuel now. Can he improve as he goes? Oh, he catches the car. P5. He nearly lost the car. Here's midfield. Maestro will be next across the line. I think Night Owl just managed to get across. No, he didn't. That is our P. My bad. Midfield Maestro, P6.
Kenyon.
128.4
Back to
to
top.
6. And as Kenyon crosses line, that was the abrupt end to Q3. As he was the last
Hundredths
one.
of a second in it.
So Kenyon takes B1 round Singapore in qualifying, followed by J7 BP in the Red Bull, and Mikey will complete the top 3. Night Owl, Razza, JXC, Midfield Maestro, Shotgun Kisses, OTC Dreams, and Hound complete your top 10. So the drivers are going to have a couple of minutes on the grid while everyone resets themselves and gets ready for this race. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for the 50% race round Singapore. This is round 11 of season 4. We are into the last quarter of our season. We have this including another 4 races afterwards. Can't remember what's next week. Sandfort rings a bell.
Could be. I don't know. It's a track. I know that much. Is that helpful?
A little bit. But yeah, this is into the last little segment of our season 4. Our last little part of the 2023 game. Anything we do after this will be run on F1 24. I know a lot of you have been doing it. Yes, I thought it was Zandvoort, which again is a fan favourite. I think most people like Zandvoort. I call it the roller coaster. It just is sideways, it's up, down, it's swooping, side banked corners. It's a fun track. But first we got to do Singapore. So drivers are lining up on the grid. You can see the majority of the grid are on hard tyres. It's nice and easy for us this week. We've only got 4 on the mediums. 1 DSQ from Odin at the beginning of the formation lap. As we wait now for these lights to go on board. We will sit on board with Kenyon as we do have 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are underway at round 11.
I am on board with Dodos. Just see what it's like on the back.
Kenyon gets an absolute blistering start. J7BP stays P2. Mikey keeps hold of P3. There's a couple of guys side by side as he's just going round this very short run up into turn 1. We've got the Alpine and the Aston Martin off. Shotgun Kiss and Mitchell Maestro side by side. But they both get through unscathed. Hound is also up a couple of positions already. We do have 2 guys together. That is JT Blitz and Odin. Looks like they may have got it coming together. We do have an early VSC.
Meanwhile, Dodo's made up 4 positions from the start. Right, well, Odin's got going, but
Odin has no
he
wing.
has no front wing.
Not sure what happened between the pair, but it has. It's definitely cost Odin a lot of time, and it will do because he will have to pit. Hope he can get round unscathed as the VSC continues to stay out. Sometimes a little bit hit and miss how long this VSC will be active for. Scootex, of course, is Blitz. Didn't see what happened.
Well, I did see that the reason Odin DSQ'd on the formation that was that his wheel had disconnected, so hopefully it wasn't that that caused the incident.
We are live again, and J7BP has got the inside. He's tagged Kenyon. He has tagged Kenyon, but Kenyon stays ahead. That's letting Night Owl gain very quickly to the back of these. There's a lot. That is Midfield Maestro's in the pits. Can you keep a see if Midfield Maestro's got any damage?
Yep. Yes, he's missing half a front wing.
Oh dear. We're going to lap 2 now. There is no DRS available until lap 3, until it's triggered. Kenyon still leads this right. Night Owl has got past Mikey and is being very closely followed by Raza, JXC, OGC Dreams and Hounds. As Dodos gets past Brewmaster. Dodo starting from the back.
Bit of wheel rubbing between them as they went through the last couple of corners there, but both made it through.
Can be a very, very hard track to overtake here as Dodos is now applying the pressure to Hayes. Yeah, there's not many overtaking possibilities here. Some into some of the corners around here. The DRS is... You've got 2 DRS sections around here. The main opportunity is either into turn 6, I believe, right down the end of the first DRS.
very easy. And, well, pick up a track warning on that left-hander at the end of it. So
Yes. Start's not been too bad, Shizu. Pretty much everyone through unscathed. Odin and Blitz had to come together. Unfortunately, Odin had to pit for a new wing. But for a Singapore, I've definitely seen worse.
So Shotgun's fallen off out of the DRS train, but luckily for him, Hayes is about the same distance behind him, so...
Will Dodos
shouldn't
have a
come
go? Dodos is down the inside of Hayes. He's blistering past this. Well done before the braking zone. Mercedes driver now hunting on the back of the Aston Martin reserve this week. Shotgun kisses 2.1 from Hound ahead. Dodos is want to get his foot down. Yeah, you need us, mate, to do the proper quali. Much more exciting, to be fair. Dodos will now get DRS. His rear wing will be open. He doesn't look close enough. He pulls out to let Shotgun Kisses know that there's going to be the chance coming very, very soon. He could potentially be here as well. The new sector around Singapore, you've got a nice long run, but it's not DRS assisted. Doesn't get close enough again. Now 2.6 from P9 up to P8.
Can J7 get a good enough exit? He seems to be good at getting his exit out of this, on the DRS straight.
So I've been told in the chat that is rain in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the app as well. It's 51% as Dodos makes that move. Gets that done, like I said, into turn 6. I think it's turn 6. Don't quote me on it. He's now got 3.1 to make up on these guys.
Unfortunately, his qualifying and validation has dropped him right off the front pack. He'll be hoping to try and hopefully get at least on the back of Hound before the rain comes.
As we now have Hayes making a move, getting past Shotgun Kisses with help of DRS. He runs a little bit wide, a little bit deep. Dodo's already 1.7 up the road. As we now got as well, that is Roommaster going down the inside of Shotgun Kisses. He's fallen a few positions in the last few laps. Now got his teammate behind him. Will there be any team orders at Aston Martin? Be asking his teammate to move out of the way. I'm sure Cyril will be.
Night Owl has just dropped out of DRS at a critical moment.
J7 and Ken will be loving that.
Yep. That's all Mikey. Mikey will be hoping to benefit from it as soon as he possibly can.
Shotgun Kisses. It looks like he's putting very, very wide for his teammate to go through, is he? He is. Good team orders, and it's a good switch by the Aston Martin pair. Lost minimal time on that switcheroo. Oh, sector 3. Again. That is Odin in the wall. It is another VSC because there is a front wing planted in the left hand, right hand side.
Left hand, right hand side.
It covers all bases.
Is that the left hand side of the right hand side or the right hand side of the left hand side? Just so that I know.
It's open for interpretation. Odin does retire in the pits. It's unfortunate.
Explain it to me via interpretive dance then.
Unfortunately, Odin does retire in the pits. Might have rear wing damage. If you do, please make sure you clip it. Jono picks up a VSC under the drive through under the VSC. J7 is an absolute animal on the restarts his VSC. Nearly got Kenyon on the first one. He does get Kenyon on the second. He must be absolutely balancing that delta to perfection.
Dodo's is similar because he's taken nearly a full second out of Hound.
Yep.
Under the at the end of the VSC.
Goes Kenyon. He's not close enough. He is not close enough. But Mikey has now overtaken Night Owl. But Night Owl looked like he ran a little bit. No, Night Owl, sorry. Mikey ran a little bit deep, and Night Owl has also been tagged by Razza. These guys, we're going to have nearly 3 wides. Razza gets himself, just stays ahead. One thing I did not notice, and I've only just noticed, the AlphaTauri from the bird's eye view looks lovely.
Yes, I've got Helicam as well.
It actually looks so much different now, AlphaTauri being on the Helicam. It looks much better. Yeah, Razza did tag Night Owl. Night Owl did stay ahead. He didn't lose any position. He may have lost some time, but he does stay. Razza stays just very ahead now. They're all sort of slotted back into formation.
I hate to big up my man, but I mean, given that Dodo's was 3 seconds off the back of that pack just before the VSC came out, look where he is.
Dodo knows what he's doing. As Kenyon and J7, 2.2 seconds away now. Both were a very, very good margin in quali as well. We're going to stand by. Let's go back down to Razza. Night Owl is flashing. Lap 7, ERS is flashing already. That's early, early burning. Excuse me.
I think Night Owl was burning to try and keep on the back of 3-7.
Yep, it looks now. Well, and Night Owl's now. He's lost DRS from Mikey. So Mikey now out of DRS from the cars ahead and the car behind, which is not the end of the world. It means Mikey can keep himself and keep his own little game going. Just needs to keep his pace consistent. As Night Owl is now going to come under increased pressure as J7 and... Oh, sorry, not J7. JXC and OTC Dreams have a little bit of coming together as they go round the hairpin. I'm not sure. I think JXC was still ahead. Oh, OTC Dream picks up a 3 as well. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Night Owl is still defending from Razza.
Kenyon has decided to get going. He's pulled out quite a gap on J7.
J7 44%. Kenyon 51. He's only just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, he was definitely burning there to try and just get the 1 second gap, but hasn't quite succeeded yet.
Down to Razza and this little gaggle of drivers from P4 all the way down to P8. As Razza looks like he's around the outside. Hound is also looking like he was going to, but he's staying down the inside. He stays behind the Williams driver, but Razza goes deep.
Razza went wide.
Is he going to stay ahead? Yeah, he's going to stay ahead. Night Owl just... There's no contact between any of the drivers so far. That was good driving around that tight sector. That is a Mercedes.
No, Drew Masters. No.
Was it Alpine? I don't know. There's...
I don't know who was it.
No, it was Jono.
People suddenly dropping.
No, it wasn't Jono. What is going on? It was Ree. He was right the first time. The Alpine and the Mercedes this week seem very...
Oh, Dodo's!
Dodo's is gone! Dodo's, where have you gone?
Out over the bridge.
Oh no, miss your Dodo's.
It was having such a blinding comeback as well.
That's a very, very strange place to see the car nearly facing 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Again, it's... Oh, no, 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 no. This is so not right. Tearing hair out.
Those that were hoping to stay on the hards until the rain came Do they pit? Go for softs?
Well, let's have a little bit
Depends-
of a weather update from the app.
Depends what.
Oh, it's coming
weather-
any time. It's 87%.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Matt did say it was 87%, 30 minutes in, so, I mean, he got one thing right.
Was it one of those ones, Dodos? Was it a painstakingly slow motion hit the wall? Rain must be coming. Roommaster, he is in the pits and he is the first to put on the intermediates. Ninetail's gone in but put on a pair of softs.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Next
no
level slow
actual-
motion. Hate those ones. So it's like my one during the week with Las Vegas. Wall was there. Looked like I was just gonna nicely skim it. I think the tire touched the wall, and it's like someone threw a grenade at the tire.
Yeah, unlucky Dodos. I was just been bigging you up on your amazing comeback, and then that happened. I will say I was saying that 5 minutes before it happened, so don't blame me. It wasn't commentator's curse. I'm not being held responsible for this one.
Now, is it
Also,
going to
when
be a
on
brave or
enters,
silly call for these inters?
see,
If the rain comes before this safety car restarts, which it might do, you
Mhm.
know, you can just instantly start. It's a top-notch call.
if not, these tyres are going to be pretty burnt up.
Yeah, by the time they get round here and these guys do another lap, they've
Yeah.
probably already built themselves a pit stop. Because intermediates around here on a bone dry track are going to be dreadful.
Yeah.
The rain needs to come for these guys. We are up to 87% on the app. Yep, unfortunate Dodos. You had a good start, making up some good places, and we're basically well back in the race.
It was strategy to bag driver of the day, but making up most positions.
100%. That's why anyone ever goes
Awesome.
out. Any big boy that goes out early in quali, you go, yep. They all know, even if they don't mean to, in the back of their head they go, yep, drive of the day. And why not? That's what it's there for. We like to reward the entertaining, the brave, the bold calls. Like we did last week in Equal, we rewarded Mikey with driver day after his bold strategy to stay out.
So, Jeeps pitted again, and this time he's went onto the mediums. Midfield Maestro's come back in on the inters. So I'm going to stay on board with him and see what he's away to change on to. I believe he has went... Oh, he's put on another set of inters.
Right, I am here. I'm just going to reconnect my mic. I am back. These people in the comm box just don't supply us with the right equipment anymore. So we go. It is lap 10 of 31. Rain is imminent. Imminent? That doesn't sound right. Is that right? Yeah.
Inimate.
Imminent.
Inimate. In a minute.
It just didn't sound right when I said it.
Imminently in a minute. Yeah. There we got it between us. We worked it out.
There we go. Safety car stayed out again.
So we're seeing a few coming into the pits.
Some of them are taking the call now. They must be getting told.
Yeah.
They must be getting inside knowledge from their race engineers, which sometimes is believable, sometimes it's not. We're still on 87% chance of rain. It hasn't increased since we looked the last couple of times. Which I'm sure the rain is coming, but you just don't know when. This
Problem
car
is
will
not
come in this
so
lap
it's
regardless.
So far at the back. really hasn't paid off for him. I would imagine if the rain does stay off for at least 2 or 3 laps, Night Owl on 2-lap-old softs against the 10-lap-old hards. Now that he's got a full banking of ERS again.
There's the rain. It's raining.
Well, I'll hush my mouth then.
Depends how much it wants to rain now. We don't know. It says showers, or we've been told showers, but that says to me it's a light sprinkling. Save's got ears in this lap. Kenyon will lead it. He's now got, there will be 11 lap old hards on a track that's starting to get wetter and wetter with every lap. And he's got people like Room Master and J7 making that pit call to go on to the intermediates. And they could go to the end now on the intermediates. They will last as long as the track stays wet. Inches don't degrade as much as the dry compounds.
Yeah, that's already starting to come down heavier.
It is. I think it's going to be one lap out for these
coming
hards.
in.
It's a tough one now. I don't think it's worked out. I think if it stayed out if it came in the previous lap, which it may well have done, but with the people staying out on pits, it may have worked slightly in Kenyon's favour because the track would have been drier for longer. But now I think it swings in the intermediates.
For me, I mean, of those that were on dries, I mean, the biggest gainer here I think will be Night Owl, and yeah, he's already made up a couple of places.
Yeah. Depends if it's going to be enough or not. I mean, DRS is still enabled, so it doesn't say technically these are wet. So maybe the softs are still better tyre.
Somebody's gone.
Oh, that is that's Matt's pitted. That was Blitz. Blitz was round. Mazza Blitz, we call him now.
Night Owl up to P3 on those softs, and the rain does look to me like it is definitely getting heavier.
Yeah, I think let's go on board with Room Master. Room Master will be the clear one you'll see. He's on the intermediates. He's already gone up a few places. J7 is doing the same now as well. He's getting the power down really early. He's surpassing Syrah easily at the moment. So I think, these intermediates are by far the right tyre to be on. And I think
front of us probably will be coming in. Night Owl's got up to P2 again, so it definitely paid off for him.
This is, as it stands at the moment, is going to be J7's race. But these guys are going in. They're going to lose so much time to these guys now. Kenyon's only just crossing the line to get in, and he's passed. He's going to be 20 seconds up the road.
JX has stayed out on the mediums. I think he will regret that halfway down this lap.
So Kenyon, currently 18.3 off of the lead.
Okay, it's telling me 24 seconds off the lead.
Oh, really? JX does move over, to be fair. That's fairly good. Racing, he knew he was slower. He's moved out of the way of Rue, and he's moved out of the way of J7. He's now got people coming behind. He's not impeding any drivers that come up to the back of him. As a look at the gap from P6 to P7. Sorry, you are right. He was 18.3 off of P6.
Right. Yes.
So yeah,
I'd
looking
actually
at
flicked I'd flicked mine over the time distance to the lead,
to
and it was
the leader.
24.
Yeah.
Because even now he's 22 seconds off. So yes, a massive gain for those that went in the lap before.
It was a good call, and it was the right call at the right time. I think they saw the safety car staying out, and unfortunately with weather, you never know. You either make the right one or you don't make the right one. It's two options, correct or incorrect. Many times we've seen it in real F1 and in our league that rain is just a killer. Strategy out the window.
Yep. I imagine that by the time JX gets his pit stop done, he will be well at the back, because he lost so much time on that last lap.
I mean, yeah, let's have a look. We'll get the leader interview up to...
So he's not right at the back, or is he? He's coming out.
So he's 14. Is that 14?
Yeah, P14. Meanwhile,
Kenyan 21.
Matt,
Yeah, I've just seen that.
8.
Just seen that, yeah, and he's got not a bad little gap from himself down to P9 either. As it stands, he's in some good chance of getting some good points.
So G7 has got past Razak.
Yeah, it was a rare mistake from Kenan and Mikey, yeah, but like you said, it's just like you've just said in the chat as well, Barry. It's you either get it right or you don't, and unfortunately this time it probably was right if the safety car came in when it normally does. Is that OTC Dreams? It is.
Yes,
He's
it
going
is.
again. He is going again. He's staying at the wall. Crack will be green again. Yeah, normally the safety car would have come in, but there was a couple of pit stops behind, which obviously stops the safety car coming in when we normally expect it. That's where it's fallen out of Kenyan's hand, and the others behind have gone, oh, I'm going in. The race engineer must have been onto him saying it's coming any second. So there is quite a little battle developing from all the way down P14 up to like P11. Mikey now up into P11. Got to start making some positions up as we're just about to trigger nearly halfway through this race. We're on 86% chance of rain, which says to me it's here to stay probably for quite a while, if not the whole race.
Oh God! I just saw coming to the bottom, but it's still yes. Yeah, I know. That's what I went. Oh, I thought somebody else was DNF'd, but
there's Mikey and Syrah are very, very close now. Where is Kenyan? He was 14. He's nearly half this time from himself to midfield Maestro. Does seem like he's starting to get to grips with these wet conditions, as he is starting to close that gap a little bit.
he's still from the lead on 19.8
So that's
seconds at the moment.
improved 3 seconds in the last few laps. It was 22. As Mikey goes round the outside of Syrah into the last couple of corners and gets that move done before the braking zone. It's a good move, good use of the new track layout. Oh, we got Jono and Shotgun Kisses. There was contact between the pair. Shotgun Kisses is all over the back of that Mercedes, as it looks like the track's getting a little bit wetter. Terrain's coming down a little bit more, it looks like now. There's no DRS anymore to help these drivers make these moves.
Mikey is now in the attack of Hayes. Matt will be hoping that Hayes can keep them behind them. as long as it possibly can. And we know that Hayes is
closed. Yep, Hayes has a very good secret skill of making his cars as physically double the size of what they are on track.
And saying that, though, he's closing the back of Matt.
Yeah, about to say they have cut that time in half. Oh, who is that? Who is that? That is... Was it a moment from Syrah? It was a moment from Syrah.
I think it was, yep. He's dropped down.
Oh, Hayes and Mikey. And Mikey gets it done. Yeah, that looked like a little bit of a snake of the car from Dodo. It's just Jono wasn't... He looked like he was going to make that the inside of it. Syrah stays ahead.
Now, is Matt going to follow the advice of the man behind him and stick his elbows out? That's the question.
Looks like Syrah is maybe struggling just a tad at the moment. Justin looks like a little bit of a handful. Jono's applying some pressure. But Jono is using a lot more ERS. As Jono picks up a 3. I don't know how he's picked up a 3. There's Jono goes into the wall. He manages to keep. How did he keep his wheel?
I have no idea.
Mercedes obviously using some Gorilla Tape or something on those suspension rods.
Mikey has dispatched Matt. Hayes is alongside Matt sticks with it though. I think Hayes has got the exit though. I was just about to say with regards to Syrah, would this not be his first wet race since going back to wheel though?
Maybe, yeah. It might have been.
That would...
Well, to be fair, I actually watched him round here in Singapore for TTM, and he didn't have the best race. He'd be the first to admit that he wasn't great. So Johnny's just going. Jono, sorry, is just going around now. He needs to take it round, nice and easy around these couple of corners. Last thing you want to do is rip the wheel off around here. Very easy to do with no wing, definitely in these conditions. Try your best to get yourself back round and into the pits. Points available for every position.
JC and Matt are side by side.
JC and Matt, where are you,
Matt?
Matt?
He's got it done.
Sector 3 yellows, that's Jono, just slow moving, he's still going. Making his way, we're on lap 18 of 31 now. Let's have a look at that gap to the leader. It is from Kenyon 15.5 seconds. So there is another 3 second improvement from Kenyon. But also J7 is 3.6 out in front. Kenyon's going to have to work his way through some traffic.
He must have dispatched Maestro, and I did not see that happen. And it must have been quite a while ago. I was too busy watching the escapades.
Oh, look at that rain sideways. It's definitely hammering it down.
Yeah.
It's... Yeah, they can't work out the rain properly on this game. The other one here is down. There, sideways. Down. Down. It looks heavier now.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It looks so much heavier. Are we going to see...
I was just going to say, is anybody going to risk going on in the wets?
I think you might, you know. This is turning into a little bit of a... And like a thunderstormy type rain. Absolutely hammering it down. Let's have a look. What happened to Kenyon? Kenyon just made a lap too late call to go onto the intermediates. The people behind him already made that call before. So he was a couple of... By the time he pitted, he was 20 seconds behind. But it does look like this rain is getting heavier now.
Yeah.
86%.
Closely watching Raza behind
Master's got front wing damage. Matt's got front wing damage. Hayes has front wing damage.
Oh, Jono's gone.
Oh, it's a safety car. Where has Jono gone?
Matt has pitted to change his wing and he's went onto the wet tyres.
I think that's a good call, judging by the
Yep.
rain. What will these other guys do? It looks... the rain is absolutely bucketing down. But the track doesn't look bad. It's puddly, but it doesn't look as worse as I've seen it. There is some puddles on there. Obviously, we don't get that intel. Drivers will know from their engineers if it's... the wet compounds are quicker now. I mean, it definitely looks like it to me. The rain's heavy. We'll see from J7. J7 normally makes a fairly level-headed call. Looks like he's... yeah, looks like he's going in.
Yep.
He's committed to it now. We shall see. We'll stay on board. It looks soaking on that Red Bull. Nope, there's another pair of Inters. There's another pair of Inters. Are we going to see Inters from everyone?
Yep, Kenyon's bailed back in.
Kenyans will be interesting. Are they going to be wets or are they going to be Inters? They are
For some
also
reason,
Inters.
my feed must be slightly behind yours because you went, it's another set of enters for day 7. I'm thinking, he's not changed them yet. And
Oh
then
no,
about
I
2
can
seconds.
see by the tyres going down the pit lane
Oh, and the app.
what they're holding.
Oh, you big cheater, you. I'm
Oh, the
thinking,
Williams are
wow,
double
why is-
stacked. Bit of a slow time. Mikey in for Inters as well. Hayes is going to be Inters. Yes, they are. These guys are all going to be relatively the same. There's going to be a couple of braver calls going on. Matt being one of them. Rue sitting in top 4 wants to try the wets out.
Yep.
I mean, it's absolutely bucketing it down. More than I've seen in a long time.
Nobody else in the pits is. Yep, everybody's enters. So
Yeah, it's quite surprising.
Matt's either made a genius call. Oh. See the guys in front of him that were on enters have now just gone into pits again, shotgun and blitz. New
Inters
sets of enters.
all around now, apart from Rue in P4 and Matt in P12. Just waiting for the rest of the grid to catch up to the back of the safety car.
I mean, I'm actually on board with Matt just now, and that rain does definitely look a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, it's proper. You can see it really noticeably on the
And
Red
this
Bull
is-
when you go into their cockpit.
Yeah. And this is them under the safety car conditions.
Yeah.
I mean, once they're going full speed and the spray's coming up, it's going to be horrendous.
Yeah, I always find that the Red Bull is really clearly how much it's rained. The same as the McLaren, you seem to get a lot more of the wet spots on it. But yeah, the Red Bull stands out like an absolute sore thumb of how much it's raining. Just on its artwork. And all of these raindrops on our camera, as you can see, riding the ball with a Red Bull. Just to get on there with a little window wiper. Oh,
Oh,
midfield maestro.
was that in the pits?
Yeah, it's in the pits. What's going on? Why is he retired in the pits?
Don't know. Unless it was coming out of the pits, was
I don't know.
because he's just put a set of wets on. Did he maybe get down on the power too quickly, try to get out of the pits? I really do not know.
I didn't see him even leave the pits. He was sort of in and then it was DNF. If he were retired, I thought it was going to, you know, drive your car out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, midfield maestro. He was up into P4 at that point as well, wasn't he? was quite high up.
No, I don't think he was.
I think he retired in his hits. Yeah, I didn't see anything come along the bottom of the screen.
So, and Dreams has been in and put on another set of inters. So, surely we see the safety car in this lap. Must it? Has it not been out for about a month?
Oh, Ben has got to earn his fee, ain't he? It should be in this lap, I would have thought now. That Alpine may hinder it a little bit. Yeah, I think it worked out again. The Alpine deemed too far away. So going up, but there's no sign of this rain letting up.
So I think what I will do, although it'll be hard to gauge because he's got Kenyon right behind him, is when we restart. I don't know who you're thinking of staying on with, but I'll stay on with Remastered to see how those wets are
Yep.
in comparison to the cars in front. And more importantly, Mr. K himself behind him.
Stand by with J7 and just at the start, just to see when he goes, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, even on the heli cam, the rain looks a lot heavier. Maybe they're going with the precedent of VLF one now, where if it's this wet, it's just deemed too dangerous to go full speed, so they just
Like the safety car.
Mm.
Can you imagine
This
it
will
for
be
the
a
next
long-
like 10 laps?
Hey, it's coming in this lap. Finally, good. I'm not saying I'm happy to see that, but I'm happy to see that.
Yep, J7 will lead. Good enough, a nice little bit of a gap. You've got to keep a consistent pace. It's the only rule we follow on here. There is no speed limit in theory, as long as it's not dangerous to the field itself. The pace is consistent. Has it got lighter now, the rain? Doesn't look so forceful.
I think it depends where you're looking.
Yeah.
Where about in the track you are.
And J7 is off. Not too many guys caught napping there. Hound is right on the back. Raza and Rue are there. Kenyon is just half a second back. Oh, Kenyon's gone!
Oh!
Kenyon's put too much power down on the exit. He's gone. He keeps himself out of trouble, but
Yeah, there definitely. I didn't see
he has
any
now
contact
dropped
there
to
at
the
all.
back. He took too much curb, I think, and they've just lost power, lost grip, and yeah, it was just off, snaking off to the right. Fortunately, that's put him down to P13 now.
Well, if it's anything to go by with the tyres, Matt on the wets has dropped to last place.
Yeah, I think the rain's definitely got lighter now. It's not so forceful.
Yeah, I would agree with that now. I've just seen from a different angle.
Yeah, it's still raining quite a lot, but it's now back to what it was originally. So yeah, those wet tyres, those compound. Kenyon's having a mare. He's gone wide there as well. The wets are definitely now going to be off that pace. The grip's going to be well in favour of the intermediates as it gets lighter.
Yeah, Brewmaster is now 1.1 down.
We are down to 80% chance of rain, so we could see this rain for a little while. Kenny gets the power down. He is past Blitz.
With only 8 laps left, those that are on the wets, it's not worth coming in to change.
No, you're going to hurt yourself. And if it stops raining, they need to make the call. Those are the ones that have got to make the call early.
I think Night Owl's a way to get Brewmaster. Yep, he does.
Yep. So J7 and Hound are absolutely... Well, they must be ecstatic. The race is not over yet, but it's all looking like it's in favour of a brilliant finish position compared to their championship leader.
Mikey is literally pushing Brewmaster around. I would not be brave enough to drive that close to the car in front of me.
Oh, Mikey again fighting the car as well.
Oh, Kenyon's had another moment. He was on the back of Shotgun Kisses and he's dropped 8/10 off the back of him.
Is he just going through one of those phases where you've had a little bit of a incident and it's just getting your head back into that right
I think
frame
he is,
again?
yeah.
It's a lot. It's hard to do when you know you're chasing a game. You've made a mistake. It's put you back on the field. It's hard to get yourself back into the right frame of mind. Definitely around a track of Singapore because every corner is crucial. Yep. Here,
I used to hate
Sandport
safety cars because
yeah,
I'd be in a routine. I'd be like, right, I know where I'm braking, I know where I'm accelerating, I know what I'm doing, and then safety car would come out guaranteed for the next 2 or 3 laps. I would just be so off the pace.
Yep. Mikey has
Silla with a
just
3.
lost. He's 1.3 away from Night Owl at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's dropped Brewmaster at a rate of knots once he finally got past them.
Hayes is going to be next, trying to get Rue. He's in the difficult sector now of the track. It's difficult to overtake. He needs to try and get the exit right.
Dreams is gone.
Dreams has gone. That is another safety car late in this race. Lap 25 of 31.
I know, Matt had just made the call as well to come in and bin off those wets and move on to inters. So it's not really worked out very well for Matt.
I don't think you'll see pits from anyone. Not now. If it's going to continue to rain like this, I don't think you'll see pits from anyone. Too much of a risk while the track's wet for soft or any type of dry compound. And these tyres are only 5 laps old. You might see something from Rue.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If anybody's going to come into the... Yeah, but you're right. As for the rest of them, players are that young.
Yeah, all the time it's raining, it doesn't do anything.
So Singapore has done its usual, so it's 5 DNFs, which is the most I've seen for a while.
That does save Kenyon to a certain degree, Dodos. Yes, he's still got to work his way through the grids. If everyone stays out, he might be okay.
Is in the pits, is he? Yes, he
Pits
is.
in now. Hound has gone on to softs.
Oh wow, that's a big call.
That's big.
Brewmaster's gone on soft as well, as has Night Owl.
It's got to stop
4,
raining
5.
and dry up. We're on 55% chance of rain still.
5 of the drivers have pitted, 6 now. 2, 4, yep, 6 have pitted and put on softs.
It'll be an interesting, and if it stops raining, again,
I mean,
opposite to what we had last time. If it stops raining, good call. You still got to
Yeah,
wait for the
it's
track to dry
still-
up, but
It's still raining pretty heavily on my screen anyway, in parts.
and track's dependent. Sometimes 1 or 2 laps to dry. I mean, obviously the engineer somewhere is telling these guys, because Sierra's done it, JX has done it, Hound has done it, Shotgun Kisses have done it, and I know most of them are probably in 3 different parties, so something somewhere is telling them to do it. I just don't know. All rides on the weather. All rides on this rain stopping, this track drying within the next 2 to 3 minutes before this safety car gets out of our way.
See, I'm watching Silla now, I'm on a helicam. And again, rain seems to be coming down sideways.
Yeah. Yeah. So safety car will be in this lap after this one here. So we'll start this, it will be in at the end of this as long as everyone stays out, which there's no reason for people to come in now, I don't think.
I mean, I'm
It's
watching
still
Matt.
raining.
I'm watching Matt and he's having to get off the throttle and get out of corners to not hit the back of the shotgun.
If it stops raining before the end of this lap and the safety cars come in, the softs will be in with a good chance. Hound's gone
some of
back
them are
onto
back in.
intermediates.
Yeah, they're
Hound
back
and
on-
Nine
yeah,
have gone back
mhm.
intermediates. They've reversed their strategy. Because, yeah, they know that it's not going to dry in time. It's still raining. It's not going to dry in time before this safety car comes in. It was a brave call which has backfired.
It's just Remaster, Silla and Shotgun that have stayed on the softs.
It looks like it's getting heavier again, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like it slowed up and then went back again. We're down to 36%, so it is getting lighter. I don't think it's going to get light enough in time, though.
The amount of time of being behind the safety car, I probably could have crocheted myself a scarf. I've never crocheted in my life before, but I'm sure over these 3 safety cars, I could have picked it up and I could have done it. Confident.
We should see
Come on,
safety car
safety
in this lap. We should do. They're
Hope
close
so.
enough.
I mean,
Might be a late call. Might stay out again by the looks of it. It is.
wow. Jeez. That's a bit daft.
I mean, it was a very, very brave call for these, for those guys to come in on the softs. Being that far ahead, and Jace, wasn't J7, sorry, it was Hound that was in P2.
Yep. I think
I mean, you've got time to react to the rest of the field when you're there, so if the field people behind you do it, you've got time to react. Because it's under the safety car, everyone gets the same gap.
I mean, I can see Hound if we can dispatch Matt. he should be able to get the soft runners ahead.
Mm.
But it's still only going to take him up to P7.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a missed call. Again, it's 50-50. Your race engineer is telling you that it should be stopping within the next few minutes, or you make the call. I think it's very, very light now. It is very, very, very light. The odd trickle, so it's actually starting to dry up. I can't see it raining.
I saw a bit. I was on helicam, but I'm now looking back from the cockpit of a car out of the over the rear wheel, so I can't really see at the moment.
It stopped raining, so the track will start to dry. So you might see now another swing in this race. We've had one already from dry to wet. We've had then the second that's gone from wet to potentially dry from some of these drivers. P7, P8 and P9 have both all put on soft compounds, hoping it was going to do that. It's come probably about 3 laps later than everyone seems to have thought. We're now going to go over the line for lap 29 and the track is starting to dry. Not dry, but it's going to start drying now. These guys are staying out.
Yep, I'm going to go on with Brewmaster again and see how his softs react to the enters ahead.
Yeah, I think it might take a little bit as Razza goes up the inside of J7. Shotgun Kisser picks up a 3. It is still technically a wet race. It is still technically wet. The track is damp.
Brewmaster is shot by Blitz.
This could really, really hurt these intermediate drivers on the last couple of laps. Because after this, we got 2 racing laps left. The track will be dry, probably by the end of this lap.
Sirrah's also passed Blitz.
So we could see Rue and Sirrah up into the podium positions. Oh, it does look so. Razza went a little bit deep. You will not get any intervention from the outside this late in the race, so no VSC or safety car will be called at this time.
Brewmaster thought about going round the outside. Hayes always done the switcheroo. As Hayes gone out, brake him. Just banging, he's through.
Yeah, he is through. That's going to be... There's going to be a lot more grip now. You can see it's evident. A lot more grip. Rue's up to P5. Now chasing Kenya on lap 30. Up 31. Sirrah's going down the inside as well. We're standing by with Sirrah as he goes past Hayes. These guys are now just going to start. Oh, Hayes picks up a 3.
That's brutal.
You can see that.
I mean, that helps Sirrah out. Yep, Brewmaster is absolutely reeling in Kenyon.
And back on board with Rue. He's now on the end of this grid up ahead. Shotgun Kisses up past Hayes as well as his intermediate drivers are starting to drop on the later back of the field. Oh, Rue with an absolute beautiful move down the inside of Kenyon around the hairpin. Thankfully Kenyon see it coming as well. He does move over, but Rue is now away and past our championship leader up into P4.
J7 might have made a big enough gap to get away with this on the last lap. Oh, DRS enabled, this could not happen at a better time. Master goes up the inside of Mikey.
Does. He's making the use of his soft compound. Now he's going to get DRS from Razza, which is going to bring him closer to
2.5
Ruse. Oh, sorry,
seconds
J7.
back though.
Look at the power difference. He tags a little bit at the back of Razza. Power difference is there. Up cleanly. Here goes Sira as well. Sira's got 3 seconds to contend with though.
Oh wow, he's really eating up the time. He's already only over the ears within a second.
He's going to be right on the back of J7 on this next DRS stretch.
Yep.
It was a brave call. The others called it, but then they got scared and went back in and put the intermediates on. As Ruse round that final corner, he's going to get DRS. He's going to pull out, and he will take the leads with help of DRS. Later braking, and he will take P1 on the final corners of Singapore.
So up to P3.
Yep, Sira needs to get his power down now and try and bridge a little bit of this gap.
Shotgun
Shotgun
past
kisses.
Mikey and Kenyon as well, yeah. That's making the best use of these softs.
Shotgun Kisses might get a podium here if he stays within Sira. Oh, he doesn't. It is Sira P4. We have our race winner. Brewmaster takes P1. J7 holds on to P2. Razza P3. Sira P4. Mikey P5. Kenyon P6. Shotgun Kisses P7, and I finished before I even got a chance to read it off. What a interesting mixed race.
Yes, very much so. I mean, if it'd been without the safety cars, it'd be a great race.
Not going to argue with the driver of the day, Brewmaster. Bosh. Job and done. From my opinion. Again, opposite to what we had last week. Mikey stayed out, braved the cold, went to the end, took a bold choice. These guys did it, went in the pits, put some softs on. Still raining, and even we said it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And it's absolutely worked a treat on the final couple of corners. Ruse overtaken J7 to take a victory in PRL.
Yes, on my way to go and eat some humble pie.
Congratulations to Brewmaster. J7 coming up in P2, Razza P3. Sira after a good recovery coming up to P4 as well. Mikey and Kenyon down from P3 and P1 on the grid. Shotgun Kisses up from P8 into P7, and late call again as well. Hound unfortunately was part of that late call, but doubted himself and went back in a lap before the safety car came in. JXC had a good race in his debut. Nightowl P10, Blitz P11, Matt P12, Hayes P13, and P14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, all D and F.
I have the race director, so we
Thank you very much.
require it.
So it was a good race to watch from my personal opinion. Maybe one or two more safety cars than I would like, but the race strategy and the mixed results made it a good spectacle. Definitely on the last bit of this race. Will we see again the same tomorrow? Will we see the same weather again? Chances always there with Singapore, so please join Trev and Cedric for round 11 of Realistic.
You lucky people.
Thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you soon.
Bye now.